As a document controllers, one of our most important responsibilities is making sure that the correct document, revision, and status are properly tracked. Because when revisions are not updated correctly, there's a risk that someone may end up using an outdated document. So in this video, I'll show you a simple and practical way to track document status revisions using a document register. Let's start with the document register. A properly maintained register should give you a clear picture of the document at any point in time. For revision and status tracking, some of the important information we need to monitor includes the document number, document title, revisions, status, date, and relevant remarks or references. These details help us identify exactly where a document currently stands. Now let's look at revision. A document can go through several revisions during a project. For example, we may have revision 0, revision 1, revision 2, 3, and so on and so forth. When a new revision is received, the document register needs to be updated accordingly. The important thing is that the latest approved or applicable revisions can be easily identified. As a document controllers, we should never assume that the newest file we receive is automatically the one that should be used. We need to check the revision and follow the project's document control procedure. Next is document status. The status tells us where the document currently stands in the document control process. Depending on the project's requirement, you may have statuses such as for review, approve, rejected, revise and resubmit, for information, or superseded. When the status changes, the register should also be updated. For example, a document that was previously for review may later become approved. And when a newer revision replaces an older one, the previous revision may become superseded depending on the project's procedure. Let's look at a simple example. Initially, our drawing is at revision 1 and its status is for review. Later, we receive revision 2 and this revision is approved. We then update a register to reflect the new revision and status. The previous revision should also be properly identified according to the project's document. This gives anyone checking the register a clear history and help prevents confusion between the old and current version. So, parati nyo lang tatandaan na kung ano yung pinaka-latest na na-receive nyo at kung ano yung pinaka-latest na na-approve ng mga engineers nyo, yun dapat yung magre-reflect sa latest status ng bawat documents, bawat drawing, bawat submittals. Kasi, kada release mo, either it's revise and resubmit, either it's approve with comments, or code B, code C, whatever. So, kung yun ay nasa revision 4 na, at ang revision 04 ay binigyan ng status ng engineer nyo, final status as approved, so dapat andun ang pinaka-latest. But doesn't mean yung history niya from revision 0 up to revision 3 ay hindi na siya magre-reflect. Only ang pinapakita natin kapag nag-review ang mga kasama nyo sa project, ang makikita lang nila is yung latest approved and latest status. One common mistake is having multiple revisions available without clearly identifying which one is current. Imagine having revision 1 and revision 2 saved in the same folder, but the old revision is still being used. That's why revision tracking and status control are so important. Our job is not only to receive and file documents, we also need to help ensure that the correct information is available to the right people. So before you close your update, take a quick check. Is the document number correct? Is the revision correct? Is the status updated? Is the date or references properly recorded? And are any necessary remarks or references included? A few seconds of checking can prevent a lot of confusion later. Remember, correct document, correct revision, correct status. That's one of the fundamentals of effective document control. But keeping the register updated is only one part of the process. In our next episode, we'll look at how to manage and check document submission and transmittals so you can easily monitor what was sent, when it was sent, and where it stands. If you want to follow the complete practical document control series, make sure to subscribe and I'll see you in the next episode. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe and be a part of Docs with Maria. Life abroad, one story at a time. See you on my next vlog. Bye!